Hi, this is NGX427 along with Pillsbury 55, and I am in my 2003 BMW M3 GTR. It is a V8 naturally aspirated that produces 451 horsepower, and I would like to show you some pretty cool donuts, because I'm really bored. The trick to doing these kind of, well, donuts as it is, not really a donut as much as it is a big radius circle, is to keep your throttle control well under control, also your foot brake, also keeps it rolling and keeping you straight, and also how you keep your steering wheel turned. These are also key factors to do drifting, which is something I love to do because none of my other friends really can't do it like me. Not bragging or anything, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's just a very great way to keep control and keep practicing your drifting. And once you get your nice circle going, you can try to full out throttle it and then pretty much rely on your steering in order to keep you going in a straight circle. Also remember, your e-brake is a big factor in this when you don't want to have to just restart. Give her throttle, put it on the e-brake, and then just give her heck. And then when you just give up, do some classic donuts. That's what that limited slip differential is back there for. That donut going on and on and on. It's about a third gear donut right there. It also affects how you do your donuts when you pick a gear. From first gear, obviously you hear it revving up to the rev limiter way too quick. And it's also giving you a little bit more of, well, I don't really want to say smaller donut, but not as much smoke as you would getting it from second gear like this. Notice that it is a lower RPM, therefore it's having more power. Most cars produce their torque curve at a lower RPM, so this helps produce more smoke. Gear selection for donuts is also good when you're learning how to drift, because you really don't want to do a long drift from first gear, like that, because it's really going to limit how much you slide. Instead, stick it in second, you brake, you can have a long, more controlled drift. But don't be afraid to shift through gives during drifts. Don't be afraid to shift through gears during drifts. My apologies, I need to learn English better. But when you're doing a drift, and you notice you start to slow down, getting into something more technical, you can shift into first to help save it. But just more importantly, use your brain. The more logical you think during drifting, the better. Because if you take all your knowledge of how things work, like, you know, if I go this fast and I slide it in this direction and I keep the power going, and yet I keep the foot brake on so I can stay straight, it all adds up and you become a better drifter. And therefore you can do cool circles. One more important thing to drifting when you're on Gran Turismo 5 is make sure you have the right exhaust, because if you're driving a car that sounds like a whiny old bat, you're not going to really want to drift, and it makes it just very discouraging. So make sure you get a car that has a sound that you like this. I get to listen to that all day. And this is NGX427 signing off, and remember, keep drifting.